Hi everybody and welcome to another demo alley. We are still in the Steam's big adventure game event where we get a chance to play a bunch of demos. So in this demo alley we will be playing a Twisted Tale. Kind of weird comedy, like strange inspired video game. It is a point and click adventure with a sprinkle of retro, like just like a sprinkle. So there's not many options, so we're gonna be just diving into the game and see what the demo entails. Warning, this is a gameplay demo. There isn't a big story or complicated puzzle waiting here for you. In fact, no puzzle at all. Aw, come on, give me one puzzle. Instead, you will get a first impression of the vision of how a Twisted Tale is going to be. Little errors may be included. Okay, play at your own risk. Have fun exploring and thank you for playing. Oh, and there are 23 hidden homages and references to the famous point-and-click adventures. Can you find them all? For sure, we can find them. So 23. Okay, I already see a few.
Knick-knack store. That reminds me of the old days when Grandma used to take me to those rancid dollar shops.
Knick-knack store? Rancid? I resent such terminology.
Sorry.
Antiques. These are antiques. Precious, rare, unique pieces. Carefully selected by none other than me, personally. And offered to the public for purchase. For a small contribution, of course.
I didn't mean to be rude.
And that means do not touch anything. No touching. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Just look with your eyes. Do you understand that?
Yes, of course.
Excellent.
This guy doesn't seem to be the most relaxed sort. Let's look around a bit, but we'd better not touch anything. We don't want the poor fellow to have a heart attack and end up with me being wanted for murder. You know, like in the pilot of a streaming series or something.
That is a good reference. Okay, open dialogue. Quit the game. What? Inventory, use, look, skip dialogues, with right or left mouse button. Standard. I already know this. This is King's Quest. Or... yeah, I think this is King's Quest. The wizard character. There is a coin. Chewing gum. Okay, I gotta address the design. The design is... I don't want to, I think this is also Tofu Face Remembers or something else. Again, I don't want to be making comments on other people's artwork because mine is barely stick figures. So, But this is kind of if somebody just opened Paint and started designing the game. No offense, this is just somebody taking Paint and let's see how much I can do with it and if I can design the whole fucking game with just Paint, because she's relatively okay designed, kind of as anatomy is maybe kind of weird and perceiving and perception and all that, and especially when she walks, Jesus, the eyes, why are the eyes completely different when she walks, and what the yeah. And him, the neck, the it's fine. This artwork has its place. It's cool. It's interesting to me as well. I'm not saying it's bad. Just it seems kind of all over the place. Yeah. Also, if different people use Paint to make this.
A chewing gum machine. As a child, I used to search the street for pennies on my way home from school, just to throw them into the nearest chewing gum machine. You always had a choice between half-fossilized gum from 3 generations ago, or a real porous junk toy. I always preferred the chewing gum.
Fully functional. However, it only contains chewing gum.
An ancient chewing gum.
An armor. It looks very well preserved. Must be very precious if it's an original.
Originates from the liquidation of a Parisian joke store. The owner is a distant acquaintance.
The music needs a little bit of
A
work.
gramophone. Basically the primeval dinosaur of Bluetooth speakers. just without Bluetooth, and without power, and without speakers, and not quite as handy.
It comes with a record. Beethoven.
Ooh.
Sonata 12 in A flat major.
Uh-huh.
Funeral march.
Oh,
It's. Let me check. Can I enter? No, that's my inventory, which is empty. No, I can't go into options. Well, some options would be great, but it seems to.
an oval picture. I think it's a portrait.
Of course it's a portrait. It shows a face, 2 eyes, mouth, and nose. What else would it be?
Like, the music should kind of tone down when they're speaking, so you can actually hear them what they're talking about.
A sign. I can't read the inscription.
And it's none of your business either.
A little bell. Strange. Although the door opens outward, I could swear that the little bell rang when I entered the store.
Not for sale. Latest generation. Powered by solar energy. Registers every new customer, even without mechanical bells and whistles.
Cool.
Trippy.
A rubber chicken.
Includes a carabiner hook. Original piece from the 90s.
What day and age are we living in?
Dishes. Vases. Plates. More vases. Reminds me of Grandma.
All precious one-of-a-kind pieces. Terribly fragile.
Oh, books. Let's see. Posel Smurfer.
Smarty.
Translated, Death's Messenger.
Author S. Gordon. And here, the Papa Pichu Bush and Other Curiosities from Plunder Island, an anthology. Interesting.
Nice. Books, more books.
Let's see what else is there. The Leather Jacket and Me. Or How I Learned to Love Atlantis by S. Hapgood. Sounds like a romantic comedy.
It is a classic.
And Galactic Burgers and Other Intelligent Tests. Author Wilbur Retelling.
A kind of cookbook.
Interesting. Boxes. No labels.
Do not touch!
What's in there?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Nothing.
You sell empty boxes.
I prefer the name cardboard. They are antique. Do not touch.
Weird.
Boxes.
Do not touch! Nothing.
No. You sell
I
an old TV with a game console. This is really retro.
A real gem, isn't it?
What is on the game console?
A nice adventure game with comic art. But the puzzles? Whew, very illogical. You die a lot.
Have you tried it?
King's Quest.
Of course.
Finished it?
No, I didn't get past the mouse cage. I'm missing the walkthrough.
Yep.
A diamond
Definitely.
ring. Wow, that's really a big diamond.
Real and real cursed.
Cursed?
Natural. Original engagement ring of a zombie pirate. One of a kind. Rare. Valuable. The distinctive, inherent smell is unmistakable and not a sign of inferior quality, but a sign of authenticity.
Right.
A small picture. It shows the Earth. Behind it, the sun slowly rising.
An original. Artist is a certain Orion bee.
Mm-hmm.
A face.
A tofu face. Snapshot taken by a nature photographer for a report. Very rare.
I'm not quite sure what I'm looking at.
A self-portrait of a certain F. Wildly. On the back is written, "For my best friend, Drew Blank."
Looks like an advertising poster with a pirate.
Not a replica. Remnant of an old hotel on a Caribbean island.
The poster says, Grog, more than a soft drink, now also available in the following flavors. Diet Grog, Cherry Grog, Grog Classic, Caffeine-Free Grog, Neo Grog, a non-alcoholic variant, and Light Grog. Wait, it also says something in small underneath. Contains kerosene and battery acid. Wait, what? Battery acid?
A national drink.
Okay. There is still something there. Caution, eat contents quickly, otherwise eat through cup bottoms. No liability, all rights reserved. Delicious. Huh.
I'm guessing that's Monkey Island reference? Okay, fair enough. There is a lot of if this is the only place we can be right now, which I think it is, like this is the only thing in the demo, there are possibly a lot more references that I can't catch.
A dog. Somehow the picture looks familiar.
Fits in any living room from the estate of an elderly lady.
Gabriel Knight, maybe? This also looks familiar, but I can't really place
And that's, yeah.
A self-portrait dedicated to a Dr. F. Edison, supposedly the father of the artist.
A picture. Very orange and yellow. Looks exotic.
Part of an original rug of exotic origin, sold to me by a man named Brian 2000.
I do not think that's a reference to Runaway. Maybe.
A bottle in which there is a small model ship.
An original item from a Caribbean restaurant, especially popular with pirates. May have traces of chicken feathers.
A sign. It says, touching forbidden. And underneath in small letters, touching obligates to purchase. No exception.
Exactly.
A wooden tripod. Does not look very special.
Excuse me? French origin from the year 1996. A diamond is said to belong to it. Unfortunately, untraceable until today. Probably an unknown private possession.
A doll made of cloth. It has only embroidered eyes, but otherwise no face.
A voodoo doll. Needles only available at extra cost.
Clock. I am not sure if this is the right time.
Of course it is.
Okay, I think I've clicked through everything. Again, this game doesn't have the show everything you can interact with.
Some weird decorative orbs.
Hand-woven voodoo orbs made from natural hair. Each piece is unique and highly exotic. Connoisseurs would notice right away.
Okay, I haven't actually clicked on everything. Let me click on everything.
Tailor's dummy. It's not exactly very modern what it's wearing.
Then again, modern things have no place in an antique store.
That's true.
Like, he's talking of just his mustache is wiggling. He's
A
hilarious.
chandelier. It looks like it used to hang in an old pirate's nest.
It did.
It did?
Hey, a coin. An oversized arrow. I guess it's supposed to make sure you don't miss the table. Well, that's accomplished.
Genuine. Handmade. Not for sale.
An
See.
a small table. There are brochures and a ballpoint pen on it.
Normally, there is something extraordinary here. But, given the current circumstances, I thought it appropriate to provide a little promotional material.
Mm-hmm.
A ballpoint pen. Can I have that too?
No, for short-term use only, not for takeaway.
Huh. Brochures. Huh. Can I take one of these?
But of course! However, only one per person. They are free.
Thanks. I'll borrow it sometime.
Normally,
Nice shop.
excuse me,
No?
it is an excellent store. Each unique piece under this roof is its own treasure. I sell only originals. Connoisseurs travel from far and wide to purchase my unique pieces.
That sounds impressive.
My clients include the creme de la creme of the upper class.
How many customers do you get in a year?
So you could say, so sometimes, at least,
So, no one?
The road is very long. The clientele is very busy.
But you just said...
What's the point of this line of questioning anyway? Who are you? Somebody from the Consumer Protection Agency? The Antique Sales Department?
Okay. Unveil this brochure.
From Consumer Protection. Right, I'm here for an examination.
Certainly not.
Pardon?
Certainly not. I have only recently corresponded with the lady from this office,
So?
and I was assured that there was no reason to complain. No usury, no hidden extra charges. I'm a clean businessman, and you
Yes?
are an exceedingly bad liar.
Thanks. From the Antique Sales Department?
Impossible.
Yes, as I stand here.
Impossible! Such a prestigious body as the official Antique Sales Department would never, and I emphasize, would never, and I emphasize, never employ such a cretin, let alone send them here.
A gratin?
Cretin! You Philistine! There you go.
Philistinette, if anything. So you don't believe me?
Let's not get stuck on quibbles. No, I don't believe you, and you are a very bad liar.
I am Vio.
Please spare me the long monologue about your biography now. I don't want to know where you came from, nor why you have come here of all places to steal my time. Do you intend to buy something?
Not really. I don't have any money with me, and if I'm honest, I don't really know what I'm doing here.
Neither do we.
Why don't you say it right away? So you studied philosophy? Well, short of money and these constant
Why are we even here?
questions about the here and now, existence, I knew right away I wanted to make something better out of my life.
So why are you selling old stuff?
Don't you dare! Old stuff! This shop is a treasure trove! A refuge of precious antique pieces! Valuable treasures, silent witnesses of significant history!
So, in summary, old junk.
Rarities from better times. Each unique piece is an irrevocably precious relic of inestimable value. The state of preservation of my antiques is legendary, and the rarity value undisputed. Each of these pieces of jewelry has been manufactured to a very high standard, mostly by hand.
All right.
Any connoisseur would be awestruck when viewing this invaluable collection. However, this requires appropriate expertise in order to correctly assess age, originality, and provenance, which you obviously lack.
You talk too much. Anyway.
I'll...
If you must, don't touch anything! We only look with our eyes, not our hands.
Let me check something.
That should work. Oh, now don't get stuck. Yay! A chewing gum!
I beg you, a little more composure.
Oh, of course. Yes!
Okay. Can she use it? No. Come on, give me brochure.
No, I better leave that. No.
Okay, yeah, there's a lot of bugs. The things issues, and like when you click the something, I am
Nice shot.
tiny bugs. It's a demo.
Excuse
No?
It isn't
That sounds...
my clients.
How many...
Well,
But you...
what's the
Also going through all of this just to get to the simple talk.
These brochures.
only one per person? They are free. Nice, isn't it?
Yes. What's that all about?
What do you mean?
Well, why are there brochures for an indie game lying around in antique shop? Are they antique too?
Of course not. You like to joke, don't you?
Is that a trick question?
Considering the circumstances, what else should I have put there? The preciousness that ultimately matters? Please, That would have taken away the special charm of the whole thing.
I don't really understand.
Should I have left the table empty instead? How absurd would that be? And the beautiful signs? Remodeling half the interior just for that? I don't earn enough for that. Do you know how much effort that would take? No. Keep the brochure and enjoy it. And if you're particularly nice, visit the website or leave a comment on Twitter.
Website? Twitter?
twistedtale.de. Or, attention, now it gets particularly creative, at Tail Twisted. Isn't that a nice pun? Twisted like that.
Okay, so this is just the same.
I'll...
If you don't touch any, we own...
So this is just Twisted Tail brochure. That gives me an option to like...
brochure.
Okay, right here.
Let's see. It says, A Twisted Tale. Discover a humorous point-and-click adventure game inspired by all the masterpieces that kept us glued to the PC back in the day, and why we played far too little outside. Full of quirky characters, unexpected twists, and challenging puzzles. Hey, that sounds pretty neat. Explore broken cities, pirate ships in the deepest jungles, and other unreal places. Stand by her as she makes acquaintance with the depressive death and engage in many explicit and ambiguous allusions, homages, and references to the great classics of past and not-so-past times. Wait, her? Who is she? Huh, never mind. Seems like some kinda indie game anyway.
You know, there are a few games who try to do this, like put a lot of homages and references into them to be like cool and interesting. Even like point-and-click games do that a lot. Some do it like subtly, just like put something to reference something else just for shits and giggles, or just to show off their inspiration or something like that. Like this tiny little detail that can be, blink and miss. You can miss it if you don't know the game, or if you know, you will notice it, you will have fun with it. But if a game has like most of its legs on that, it can't really stand firmly just on that. It still needs to have a fun and interesting story, or just intriguing and cool puzzles. Like it's good to have references. Like when we played Sallyface, it has a lot of references to a bunch of other stuff, but it's just in the background. It's just like show off some things. It's not that in your face. It's not a part of the mechanic. It's just like there to notice if you notice. So I mean, yeah, in this room there's probably tons and tons of references to who knows what else and who knows how many games, but still it needs to have its own image, its own little thing to be not just a reference game, but like interesting enough game to be played.
A ballpoint pen. Hey, there's something on it. Stolen from an antique store. Oh, now I feel kind of busted. Chewing gum. It says something. Admiral Sweetum's chewing gum. The original. Chewing gum with chewable steak flavor. Flavor sirloin. Well, yummy. No, not a good... No,
I might...
No, I better leave that.
Again, I might be dumb, but it said that there is no puzzles. And this is
Do not
mostly
even
just...
think about it!
And I can't really go out, so I think this is pretty much it. It's just, as I said at the beginning that there's no puzzles. The coin thing is not a puzzle, it's me just like getting stuff from the
Chewing,
train.
I always preferred the chewing.
Fully fun.
So I think this is pretty much it. Like you just get one room to get the feeling of the madness of this adventure game that's gonna come out. A little bit of the characters. Hopefully this is just gonna be one tiny scene. There's gonna be a bunch more interesting ones and stuff to do. just a piece of the puzzle. As I said, the references, it's not the only thing that can, hold up a game. The art style is weird. It could be really immersion breaking or like disconcerting for some people, especially the differences in like her design, his design, the room design, the fact that it is very, very wild and I'm gonna say inconsistent, but still kind of has mixture more of different and like Jesus, like the animation where she walks like this in the eyes and then this and it's like so it's a completely different game, completely different character. It's weird. It's maybe uncanny valley sometimes, some bit, but still the voice acting is good. The music is interesting enough to like listen in the background while you're solving puzzles. Animations again, this is simple ones, nothing too special. Maybe if we see more characters and see what and how they do, maybe it's gonna be interesting. It needs more options. Again, it needs an option to show all of the items that are interactable on the screen. Like I didn't know if this tooth was or wasn't, and what like Taylor's dummy they had, but that I missed.
Looks like it's from a magician's costume.
Original piece from 1994. Guaranteed not a replica. Very expensive.
So yeah, I kinda missed that, or the
A
scarf.
red scarf.
Once belonged to a well-known hero in search of a better life.
That sounds romantic. Did he save someone?
Yes and no.
Did he find the better life then?
Yes
I know.
and no.
And he's still a hero?
Yes and no.
An old jacket. My grandma used to wear one of those every day.
Real vintage. 1996. Originally from the USA, imported to France.
Yeah, like, these are all references. It's cool. That's all nice, but still, it needs its own thing, its own stuff. This might be interesting for somebody who likes to check out some of the wilder versions of point-and-click games and just like weirdness of them. But I don't know. The style is just maybe when the full game comes out and they have more of a feel for it and how it's gonna go. I'm just gonna say it is developed and published by Voodoo Pemble. It's gonna come out in September this year. So they still have time to polish out and add some things. Yes, there are some bugs and glitches, especially with the inventory screen and all that, with it working, not working, bugging out. But my puzzle senses aren't tingling. I don't see what there would be a puzzle for here, so I'm not getting any of that. As they said, no puzzle, just gameplay demo to see how it works. Maybe if we get the better gameplay demo down the line, I'll check it out again. As far as the game goes, maybe. I mean, I love adventure games. I'll give it a run if I get the key, if I get the review for this game. I'll give it a spin and see if it is good. If it is selling not just on references but on its actual weird and quirky characters. And these two are fun enough. Like something I would expect in this quirky type of point-and-click game. So yeah, we will see. Like Falling is usually the one who gives me more of like serious or fun adventure games. I usually go for just balls to the wall wild. So yeah, another game from the Demo Alley section. Do the like, subscribe, comment, dance. See, maybe I can't put my finger on why this is such a weird art style for me. Maybe somebody else can put it in the comments and tell me. There is Patreon for support, and until next time, as always, it's the stories that we play. See ya.